Like, you don't have to have eyes. Though it takes them a few minutes, but then they can start saying, hey, I see what the something different is. And once they can easily detect that something different, I'll tell them the color. I'm like, that's right, that's red. That's right, that's red. And then once they're really, really good at detecting red, then I'll introduce the next color. I'll say, is it white light, red, darkness, or different? And we'll do it again until they get most of the colors. Because, and then next step is telling them, hey, now that you can see colors, you should be able to see shapes. And they get really nervous. I'm like, no, it's just colors. You're just looking for the white, and then you're looking for, you already know white light and darkness. Guess what? Darkness is just black.
Yes.
And white light. So I want you to just find the white, and then they'll find, I'm like, now I want you to find the black and just describe what you're seeing. And then so from that, they start to differentiate shapes.
Right.
And then I introduce letters and stuff to them once they're really good at shapes. And they get nervous again. And I says, letters are just shapes. All you have to do is describe the shapes that you're seeing.
Right.
And as soon as they're describing it, they kind of already know, like, oh, there's two slanted lines touching each other. Then there's so it must be an A, and so they'll do that. And then once they're good at that, I start putting it together, and then I'll be like, go ahead and tell me what you read or you see. And they'll say all three letters, and then they'll say the word. I'm like, okay, you just read your first word, and so it gets very emotional for them. Like, you don't have to have eyes. Like, and what's really fun is once a blind person is doing this, there's a lot of other little games I do with depth perception and all this stuff. But once they are doing it, I will give them a blindfold just for fun and say, and go ahead and read this for me and tell me the shapes. And they're usually better at it with the blindfold because it's blocking out more. One person told me it's because it creates this contrast, the blindfold, and helps them to see a little better. I'm like, wow, a blind man with a blindfold, and he's sitting there reading and stuff, and so crazy.